This is the first practice video for public speaking. Without any further ado, here it goes. All I would have given gladly not to be standing here today. The greatest leader of our time has been struck down by the foulest deed of our time. Today, John Fitzgerald Kennedy lives on in the immortal words and works that he left behind. He lives on in the minds and memories of mankind. He lives on in the hearts of his countrymen. No words are sad enough to express our sense of loss. No words are strong enough to express our determination to continue for the thrust of America that he began. The dream of conquering the vastness of space, the dream of partnership across the Atlantic and across the Pacific as well. The dream of a Peace Corps in less developed nations. The dream of education for all of our children. The dream of jobs for all who seek them and need them. The dream of care for our elderly. The dream of an all-out attack on mental illness. And above all, the dream of equal rights for all Americans, whatever be their race or color. These and other American dreams have been vitalized by his drive and by his dedication. And now the ideas and the ideals in which he so nobly represented must and will be translated into effective action. Under John Kennedy's leadership, this nation has demonstrated that it has the courage to seek peace and the fortitude to seek war. We have proved that we are a good and reliable friend to those who seek peace and freedom. This nation, we have shown that we can also be a formidable foe to those who reject the path of peace and to those who seek to impose upon us or our allies a yoke of tyranny. This nation will keep its commitments from South Vietnam to West Berlin. We will be unceasing in the search for peace, resourceful in our pursuit of areas of agreement, even those with whom we differ, and generous and loyal to those who join us in common cause. And let all know we will extend no special privilege and impose no persecution. We will carry on the fight against poverty and misery and disease and ignorance in other lands and in our own. We will serve all the nation, not one section or one sector or one group, but all Americans. Our American unity does not depend upon unanimity. We have differences, but now, as in the past, we can derive from those differences strength, not weakness, wisdom, not despair. Both as a people and a government, we can unite upon a program that is wise and just, enlightened and constructive. For 32 years, Capitol Hill has been my home. I have shared many moments of pride with you. Pride in the ability of the Congress of the United States to act, to beat any crisis, to distill from our differences strong program of national action. An assassin's bullet has thrust upon me the burden of the presidency. I am here today to say I need your help. I cannot bear this burden alone. I need the help of all Americans and all America. Our most immediate tasks are here on this hill. First, no memorial, oration, or eulogy could be more eloquently honoring in President Kennedy's memory than the earliest possible passage of the Civil Rights Bill for which he fought for so long. We have talked long enough in this country about equal rights. We have talked for 100 years or more. It is time now to write the next chapter and to write it in the books of laws. I urge you again, as I did in 1957 and again in 1960, to enact a civil rights law so that we can move forward to eliminate from this nation every trace of discrimination and oppression that is based upon race or color. There can be no greater source of strength to this nation, both at home and abroad. And second, no acts of ours could more fervently continue the work of President Kennedy than the early passage of the tax bill, for which he fought all this year long. This is a bill designed to increase our national income and federal revenues and to provide insurance against recession. That bill, if passed without delay, means more security for those now working, more jobs for those now without them, and more incentive for our economy. This does not mean that we will not meet our unfilled needs or that we will not honor our commitments. We will do both. The need is here. The need is now. I ask for your help. We meet in grief, but let us also meet in renewed education, dedication, and renewed vigor. Let us meet in action, in tolerance, and mutual understanding. The time has come for Americans of all races and creeds and political beliefs to understand and respect one another. So let us put an end to the teaching and the preaching of hate and evil and violence. Let us turn away from the fanatics of the far left and the far right, from the apostles of bitterness and bigotry, from those defiant of law and those who pour venom into our nation's bloodstream. So let us here highly resolve that John Fitzgerald Kennedy did not live or die in vain. And on his Thanksgiving Eve, as we gather together to ask for the Lord's blessing and give him our thanks, let us unite in those familiar and cherished words. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.